Hi, I'm Lisa Moore, and I'm from Great Bend, Kansas. I have two children that go to Park Elementary School.
My name is Sergio Ramirez, and I am an art teacher, and I also am a reading interventionist.
Hi, I'm Susan Young. I am a former teacher and presently a school board member in Great Bend, USD 428.
Really, when I volunteered to be an interventionist, I wasn't sure what we were going to do, but I knew that we were going to be helping students grow. And so for me, it was all about that. And I was tasked with trying to fill the gaps for students that were having issues with their reading. That could be fluency or comprehension. And so we did that through targeted literacy instruction.
This coming school year, I will have two children, one in 6th grade and one in 5th grade. In the previous years at Park School or in the USD 428, we have done what you call direct instruction. We have converted over the past couple years to what they call MTSS, or the Wonders Reading Program. I feel that the MTSS is going to excel very well. My son's class this past year was the pilot class for that.
And MTSS, multi-tiered system of support, has brought it together in a way that I likened it in my own mind to having each student on an IEP, their own personal IEP.
And at GBHS, we were lucky enough to have 8 volunteers, and those volunteers all had kind of the same mindset as I did, where we were trying to do that, be an interventionist, volunteer to help students grow. And so it was bittersweet at the end when we saw those kids grow so much that they were leaving our classroom, but that's why we did it. You know, it was especially sad to hear them say, "I want to stay with you, I don't want to go back to my other classroom," but we all knew that it was best for them to leave.
He does excellent in reading, so with the direct instruction, there was times that he was bored because they continuously read the same story over until all the kids, what you would say, get it. Also on this new MTSS, he just says the books that they read are great, they're more interesting. Also, he can go at his own level. Once they have like a three-tier level, you start out and the whole group will start as a reading, and then they go into a second level where if one child feels that they need extra help, it is there for them. Or like my son, if he needs to go ahead and move on and go on up and excel, he sure can through the classroom period time.
It actually all comes down to a testing situation that everybody's depending on. And we knew years ago that testing a child one day is not a true assessment of a child's learning capabilities. We then were introduced to fall, winter, and spring testing, which gave a better overview.
And so the story I'm going to tell is really about those students that have been struggling for years, and because of their struggle, have really become those bad kids in the classroom. Not every kid we had in our intervention was, one of those bad kids. I could, do this, but there were several of them that were. And I think what was really nice about going through the process with these students was that they came in with a wall, really defensive. I think not really knowing what to expect, having all those years of struggling with reading and people maybe not accepting them very well as teachers, as students, and for us to see them grow. I personally had a student who started in my intervention who I had heard of a little bit before. That was through other teachers, through other students. And so when they came into my classroom and they had a negative attitude, it was not surprising at all. But what was surprising was how quickly we were able to get them to turn around through demonstrations of mutual respect, hard work, patience. But before I knew it, by the end of the time with them, they were helping me out in the classroom. They were asking other students to be quiet and telling other students to focus. And so for me, I think that was really, that was why I became an interventionist.
Throughout the work with the classroom teacher, with the coaches, and those who step in to help on a regular basis, we are coming full circle to support a child's need, not only in math and reading, but also with behaviors.
I feel that the MTSS will be a great benefit to our school district. All kids are different. There's no two kids alike. Everybody needs extra help at time, and some others just excel and need to keep moving on.
When I say data drives, data tells us where our students need to be. And for a school board member, I find that very, very comforting and yet proud, because we are on a track. Every school has the same instruction. Every school has the same coaching support. And whether it's pre-K or whether it's high school, we are meeting student needs like we've never before.
For me to teach something other than art was one of those things that really just allowed me to see what instruction is like when it's not just about content, when it's about that person, about that specific deficit that a person has, and what you're trying to do to improve them and allow them to grow. So for me, it was really nice to see that aspect of it.
MTSS.
Multi-tiered system of supports.
The MTSS program helps every kid soar to their own potential. It is a great program.